Qatar has called for urgent action against what it described as Israel's starvation policy. Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani met with the UN's reconstruction coordinator Sigrid Kaag, stressing the need to address the worsening humanitarian crisis. He urged the international community to hold Israel accountable for its actions, highlighting the dire conditions in Gaza. Qatar's foreign ministry reiterated its support for Palestinians and called for immediate intervention. Meanwhile, deadly Israeli airstrikes have once again hit central and southern Gaza, killing multiple Palestinians. In Wadi Gaza, 3 young men were killed when Israeli warplanes bombed a gathering of civilians. Reports from Rafah confirmed that an Israeli drone attack wounded at least 3 more people. With casualties mounting, concerns over the humanitarian crisis grow and calls for an immediate ceasefire intensify. As the conflict rages on, Israel's stance on truce negotiations remains uncertain. Former Israeli Foreign Ministry Director Alan Leal told Al Jazeera that Israel reluctantly returned to Egypt for talks, largely due to US pressure. Most Israeli ministers, however, prefer to resume military operations, prioritizing what they see as their main objective: destroying Hamas. Israel has signaled a willingness to negotiate based on a US-backed proposal, but Hamas insists Israel must honor the truce agreement signed in January. In the occupied West Bank, Israeli authorities have seized 12 hectares of Palestinian land near Jenin. The land, cultivated with olive trees for over 50 years, belongs to local Palestinian families. The mayor of Jalbun condemned the move, calling it another step in Israel's ongoing land appropriation efforts. With tensions rising across the region, the situation remains volatile. Tensions continue to rise as global leaders push for diplomatic solutions to the Ukraine war. US President Donald Trump is set to speak with the Russian President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday regarding peace talks. Addressing reporters, Trump hinted that the discussion would cover power plants, land, and the division of certain assets. Russia has confirmed the call is being planned but has not disclosed details of the agenda. This development comes after Ukraine's foreign minister urged all diplomatic efforts to press Russia into accepting a US proposed ceasefire. Meanwhile, at an EU meeting in Brussels, the bloc's foreign policy chief, 𝐄𝐧𝐿𝐬, dismissed Russia's conditions for ceasefire, saying they indicate that Moscow is not genuinely seeking peace. Adding to the diplomatic pressure, French President Emmanuel Macron and Canada's newly elected leader, Mark Carney, held a joint press conference stating they would demand clear commitments from Russia. Despite ongoing diplomatic efforts, the war on the ground continues. Russia and Ukraine exchanged overnight drone attacks, with both sides reporting significant strikes. Ukrainian officials say Russian forces are intensifying their push into the Sumy region, while Ukrainian soldiers describe fighting in Russia's cursed region as resembling a horror movie. Pakistan has rejected Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remarks on regional peace, calling them misleading and one-sided. The Foreign Office issued a statement on Monday in response to Modi's comments during a podcast with American computer scientist and podcaster Lex Fridman. In the interview, Modi claimed that all attempts to foster peace with Pakistan were met with hostility and betrayal. He also expressed hope that Pakistan's leadership would take steps to improve bilateral ties. Pakistan's Foreign Office dismissed these remarks, stating that they conveniently ignore the Jammu and Kashmir dispute. The statement emphasized that the issue has remained unresolved for 7 decades. Despite India's commitments to the United States, Pakistan, and the Kashmiri people, the Foreign Office reiterated Pakistan's position on the Kashmir dispute, highlighting it as a key factor in regional peace and stability. The statement rejected Modi's claims and accused India of omitting historical realities.